Absolutely. I mean, usually I have my own music for these things when I come on.
As you walk onto the stage?
Yeah, as I walk on my own music, using my own choreographer worked it out for me as well, but we didn't have time. And, usually I don't play to such a small audience.
Welcome to On the Mark with me, Alan Marks. My guest today is Mr. Larry Hardcastle, who has been variously described as the godfather of life assurance, the Pied Piper of protection, and numerous other titles, but most importantly, 5 times winner of the Yellow Pages Man of the Year Award. Larry Hardcastle. Larry, thank you so much for being with us today. I know how very busy you are with with running the business, writing your books, the seminars, and your charity work.
Hey Alan, my pleasure. You know, if it's important, you make the time.
Thank you. Obviously, everybody is familiar now with the name of Larry Hardcastle. It's quite synonymous with success. And being such a larger-than-life character, it's hard to imagine in any other way, but you came from quite humble upbringings.
Yeah, that's right, Alan. I was born in Norwich. I mean, we weren't just poor, we were deprived. You have to understand, we didn't get Sailor of the Century until 1971. Now, we had nothing. We had nothing but grit. We had grit, but we had determination. So you see, we had something. And you see what I did there? And it's that positive, transformational outlook that's driven me to succeed my entire career.
You didn't actually start in life insurance, did you, or sales?
No, that's hard to believe. But no. Originally, I was a thespian. That's an actor, Alan. And it was after a chance meeting with Higgs Boson in a Lions tea shop in 1959 in Norwich. I was plucked from the streets of Norwich and thrust into the limelight by British Lion Pictures, and I starred opposite Birdie in Where There's a Will. Now, my part was completely cut from the film, although I did get a credit, obviously, but I was obviously too big for that picture. And jealousy, Alan, it's a very, very ugly emotion, and it's one that's followed me my entire career.
And do you believe it's possible to be over-talented?
I do, Alan, I do. People like to pigeonhole you. You know, he's good at this, he's good at that. But when you're good at everything, people just don't know what to do with you.
Well, it certainly hasn't held you back in financial services, has it?
I mean, it actually all came from Where There's a Will. There's a line in that film where Winston Churchill said he would have been a life insurance salesman if he hadn't actually gone into politics. Now, I see a lot of me in Winston. We've got the same grit, the same determination. I fought Germans on the beach. I mean, it was Mallorca 1974 over a Sunlander, but that's not the point. I basically saw that this guy wanted to sell life insurance to everyone, but his career in politics, the war got in the way. So I thought, no, I'm going to pick up and finish what this guy started.
So what's the secret, Larry?
Don't overestimate your client. I learned very early on they haven't got a clue. They come to me for my wisdom, my guidance, and indeed my power. They're worried about their finances and they want me to make them feel safe. I hear these young management consultants with their spiky hair and their tight jeans who could do with a wash, frankly. And they tell me I should have a conversation with these people. But what are they going to tell me about life insurance that I don't already know? Now, beyond that, and I think John F. Kennedy said something very similar, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So don't bore your clients with facts. It's all about language, intensity, and energy. That's what they buy, Alan.
Language, intensity, and energy. Interesting. Now, you've become much more famous recently for your management seminars. And are there any specific ingredients you can share with us of this success?
Sure. Motivation, Alan. Don't think, just keep motivating. It's very powerful. So, for example, we've got a young lad who started with us. I mean, he was working in a sausage factory in Norwich. He had no prospects. He was earning a pittance. But 6 months with me, and I turned that guy around. He had a business he was building. He'd bought a car. He was buying a house. Now, he had a lot of debt as well, but that's not the point. The point is, he wouldn't have achieved that without motivation.
So, which parts can you share with us about the seminar, or do I have to pay to go on the course to find out more about it?
Well, listen, everyone should, but a key point, the nub if you will, is not to try and be too clever. People bleat on about innovation, but if it ain't broke, why fix it? Leave it alone, Alan. I tell my guys, don't waste your time with technology. Just get on the phone to the client and don't get off the phone until you've sold them something.
So that's a little bit like the old acronym, KISS, keep it simple, stupid.
No, not really, Alan. I mean, listen, it's good. It's good. Obviously, you don't do this for a living. I prefer consistent repetition achieves productivity. And really, at its heart, that's our whole approach. And it's only by doing that you can fully explore all the ideas to develop your business.
Well, I think on that note, Larry, we're going to have to leave matters there.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks then to Larry Hardcastle. Next week, we will be meeting the creators of Boson Bear, Stebbington Higgs, and the little fella himself. We look forward to seeing you then. Thank you for joining me tonight. Good night.
Beautiful, Jack. Yeah, I think you did. I mean, a couple of tips, if I may. You could lean in a bit more when I'm talking. You sound like you're not entirely interested in what I'm trying to say.